This is an audio-visual presentation on multiplication of two binomials. A binomial is an expression of two terms. For example, a plus 3 and 3x minus 2. These are all binomials because with a plus 3, a is a term and 3 is also a term. So these are two terms. Then with 3x minus 2, 3x is a term and 2 is also another term. So these are two binomials. Now we look at how we can multiply two binomials. Now given a plus b times c plus d. A plus b is a binomial. A is one term, b is another term. C plus d is also a binomial. Now, how do we multiply two binomials? The first term in the first bracket multiplies the whole of the second bracket as indicated by the red arrow. That's the first term. A multiplies all the term in the second bracket, that is c plus d. Also, the second term in the first bracket, b, also multiplies everything in the second bracket. Now, so a will multiply c plus d and b will also multiply c plus d. I repeat, the first term a will multiply all the term in the second bracket, that is c plus d. And the second term in the first bracket also multiplies all the terms in the second bracket, that is c plus d. Now, this will be a into bracket c plus d plus b will also multiply c plus d. Now this is expansion. A times c equals ac plus a times d equals ad plus b times c equals bc plus b times d equals bd. So that is how we multiply two binomials. We only expand, that is all. Note some rules of algebra. A times b equals ab because the coefficient of a here is 1. The coefficient of b here is 1. So when you multiply 1 by 1, it's still 1. And a times b is ab. And 1ab is equal to ab. That's why the 1 cannot be seen. Don't write the 1. So a times b is equal to ab. Now a times a equals a squared. That is an element by itself, is the square of the element. So a times a equals a squared. Now 3a times 2b. We first multiply the coefficient. So 3 times 2, and that will give us 6. Then we multiply a by b, and that is giving us ab. Take note of these rules of algebra. Also, 3 times a squared equals 3a squared. 3 times a squared equals 3a squared. The coefficient of the a squared here is 1. So 3 times that one is 3. Then a squared, so 3a squared. 3a squared plus a squared. Here we are not multiplying, we are adding. And we can only add because they have the same term. That is a squared, a squared. If the terms are not the same, please, you can't add. Because the terms are the same, a squared, we can now add. Take note that the coefficient of the a squared here is 1. And because it's 1, that's why you can't see it. So 1 plus this coefficient 3 will give us 4. That is how come we have 4 here. So we have 4a squared because that is the term. 5b minus 2b. Here we are subtracting. So we subtract 2 from 5 and that will give us 3. So it's 3b because the expression is in terms of b. Now example, simplify. A plus 2 times a plus 3. B 2x plus 3 all squared. C 3x minus 2y and 3x plus 2y. Let's look at the solution. A. From A we were given a plus 2 multiplying a plus 3. So the first term multiplies the second bracket and the second term also multiplies the second bracket. So a times a plus 3 plus 2 times a plus 3. This is equal to a times a equals a squared. A times 3 equals 3a plus 2 times a equals 2a and 2 times 3 is equal to 6. Now we have a squared plus 3a plus 2a is 5a because they have the same term a. So we add the coefficient 3 to 2. So in 3 plus 2 equals 5. And it's in terms of a. So we have 5a plus 6. That means that a plus 2 times a plus 3 is equal to a squared plus 5a plus 6. Now, solution B. 2x plus 3 all squared means 2x plus 3 times 2x plus 3. That is all. That's the meaning of 2x plus 3 all squared. It means you multiply 2x plus 3 by itself. And that is how come we have 2x plus 3, 2x plus 3. Now let's expand. 2x multiplies the second bracket. That is 2x plus 3. Then plus 3 will also multiply the second bracket. That is 2x plus 3. Now let's expand. 2x times 2x. So we first multiply 2 by 2. And 2 times 2 is 4. Now we have x times x. That is x squared. Take note that the exponent of this x is 1. And the exponent of the x here is also 1. According to indices, if you are multiplying, because they are of the same basis, when we keep one of the basis constant, we add the exponent. So the 1 plus 1 equals 2. And that is how come we have x squared. Plus 2x times 3 equals 6x. Plus 3 times 2x equals 6x. Plus 3 times 3 equals 9. Now we have 4x squared plus 6x plus 6x equals 12x plus 9. So we have 4x squared plus 12x plus 9. Now 3x minus 2x times 3x plus 2x. So 3x multiplies all the expression in the second bracket. Then minus 2y also multiplies the second bracket. Now 3x times 3x will give us 9x squared. Plus 3x times 2y will give us 6xy. That is 3 times 2 give us 6. And x times y will give us xy. Minus 2 times 3 will give us 6. And y times x is the same as xy. Minus 2y times 2y will give us minus 4y squared. Now let's simplify. 6xy minus 6xy will give us 0. I repeat. 6xy minus 6xy will give us 0. And so we are left with 9x squared minus 4y squared. This is the end of our presentation.